Vendéens, marchons au feu sans effroi, mourons pour Dieu, pour le roi. Marchons au feu sans effroi, vive le roi. Vive Dieu, vive Dieu, vive le roi.
Well, hello and welcome to our new Let's Play using Napoleon Total War and featuring the Montee de l'Empire mod. This is version 4. My French is obviously bloody awful. This game has a ton of custom music, and we know all about the copyright things, and we're going to leave the music on because Total War games, the music is rather a necessity. It's rather entertaining when you're playing, and there's some pretty good tunes added in this mod. We're just going to keep it low in the background though, so... We're going to be doing something rather different. I haven't seen any playthroughs featuring this before. And we're using the new 1792 Revolutionary War start date for the French Revolution here. We're going to go ahead, the LME 1792 European campaign. And as you can see, we have all these people. Yes. Well, we're going to do something that I see no one do, which is the French Royalists. Yes. Royalist France. Now, they've added in some lovely history in the nation description here. There's a lot. Let's see, we'll find out what our situation is. The French Royalists are situated in the western parts of France, where the war in the Vendee 1793 to 1796 took place. It was a Royalist rebellion and counterrevolution in the Vendee region of France during the French Revolution. Okay. So, we hold western France here, and we have to try and take back the rest of France from the Revolutionary Republic here. So this is going to be quite interesting. We're a historical campaign, so we need to capture and hold 20 regions, including the capital region of France, Bretagne. That's Bretagne, not Britain. That's northern France. Normandy and Alsace-Lorraine. So basically we need to retake France. And complete this by the end of your turn in late December 1799. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, do it hard difficulty, and let's start the game. Well, welcome to France. And as you can see, it is rather divided. Here we have, of course, the French Republic, which, it's a massive threat. Their forces are definitely far superior than mine. I mean, starting off, the Republic actually has armies, whereas we do not. I have to build everything up from scratch here. This is why I find this the more challenging of the French Revolution campaign nations to play. We actually need to rebuild our counter-revolutionary country. And we are trying to restore, who we got here? Louis V, Joseph de Bourbon Condé, to the French throne. He's 56 years old. It's a management level of 3. What's our cabinet like? Nothing special. Jean-Baptiste Clairaut is our prime minister. Treasury guy, Clement Ep1. Our justice minister, Theodore Sommer. Oh, he's got a +1 for treasury admin. We should probably switch him to treasury. There we go. Our army minister is Pierre Boucher. I don't know. And navy guy is Albert Hawk. Well, we have nobody fancy, but we are getting an income of 2,520 next turn, which, in all honesty, is rather fantastic. We are going to absolutely put this money to good use. We start off with 20,000 gold on our first turn here. So we're definitely going to start recruiting units right away. And I found a fancy little tactic to doing this, since we obviously start with 0 army, and we need to try and take Normandy and Toulouse here. We need to take these as soon as possible. So what we're going to do, we're going to be that guy, and we're going to spam units. We're just going to build a whole ton of militia. First round. They get built really quickly. They get done in one turn. And we can make huge amounts of them. And just keep building our army. Till almost half stack or full stack militia armies. And we can just walk in. And outnumber their garrison forces. So we're going to start building militia in Bordeaux. And up here in Rennes. There's French gentlemen there. Not one of ours though. Pity. And our church is now up to 2,546 since we changed our minister around. Oh dear. Oh, we're allies. We're allied with Austria, who are the Habsburger monarchy, Kingdom of Sicily, Kingdom of Spain, the British of course, Kingdom of Prussia, and the Kingdom of Sardinia. We are only at war with the French Republic. These nasty squids here. Yes. We're the real French. Indeed. We should probably do infrastructure. We don't even have basic roads. That's just pathetic. And then we'll make up these little farms. We can make a clearance up there and down here. A supply warehouse is not what we need right now. Shall we do manufactory or a market? That's 250 to region wealth. But it does do -1 happiness, but the people here are fairly happy. Or should we go for a school? We should go for a school, shouldn't we? Tonight, I think their only school, yeah, their only college is Orleans near Paris there. Let's go for the college. Build up the vineyards down here. That's important. I think we've gotten all of the things we can build on this turn, yes. And we're gonna change out this thing. Change building type. We don't need a dockyard. We honestly don't. Make it a trading port, generate more income. Diplomacy. So we can't trade. We can't do any trading because we don't have a trading port, which is very unfortunate. We do have a lot of allies, which is a very good thing. All the major nations are on our side to restore the monarchy to France. Vive le Roi and all that. We're going to go ahead and bake? Yeah, we're going to bake. We're going to bake the barracks. That's terrible. Yes, definitely need that. We can make a court of justice down here, but we're not going to do that. We are, however, going to build up the small star forts. They're going to take forever to make, 12 turns. But if the Republicans do try and attack us and siege our towns, we will at least have the walls on our side to help bolster our militia and armed citizenry defense. It's not going to be much, but that's all you can do. Start at the game here. And I will see you in turn 2. Ta-ta. Oh my god, and right off the bat, we're going to have a southern front opening. Why? Why does this happen? Why is Spain declaring war on me? What? I could call my allies to help. They have no allies themselves. Oh god. I think this happened last time I tried this campaign. They never actually fought me. This is the stupidest war. But we're going to call our allies and see who joins us. Alright, the Austrians and the British have, but apparently Sicily, Prussia, and Sardinia have decided to bugger off. That's not nice of them. Oh my god. Who now? Oh Jesus. The Ottomans are attacking the Austrians. Oh god. Obviously we're allied to Austria, and it's a defensive war. I think we can actually get trade with the Ottomans, though. But do we want to do this? Do we want to join a war and risk them possibly sending an invasion fleet? Those things do happen. They just randomly pop up in an invasion force on your coast. What the hell's this? I am sorry, Austria, but I'm going to have to say, fuck you. Looks like we have a mission. Crush the revolutionaries in France. We must capture Paris. We need to crush the revolutionaries once and for all by recapturing Paris and reinstalling the Bourbon reign of France. The other European monarchs stand behind us in our just cause. That will give us, oh wow, a treasury edition of 30,000 gold, and grants us a free unit of Swiss Guards. That is a great unit to get. An admiral is available, that's great, but we don't have a navy. A general, yes. Claude Perrine Riquetti, I think. We're declared, yeah, Russia and Poland are at it. And look at that. Our militia are already up. I think we're going to go ahead and get the general posted up here. He's a confident general and a natural scout. That's good, +1 to command, and +5% to line of sight, and +2 to campaign movement range. That's pretty great. Gonna go ahead and get him in there. And just like last time, spam out the militia. 2 more units in each town, that's fantastic. What are the froggies doing over here? So they're withdrawing their force. Talleyrand, why is Talleyrand commanding an army? Oh, okay, that's weird. And Rosé, he's whining, you know. So we've got our little militia army building up. We're going to end the turn again here because we have nothing to do. Our trade port is going to take 2 turns to make. What is this? We have no allies now. What? Well, that's weird. Why do we have no allies? Britain. Britain, why did you leave me? My little English friends, why you do this? It's regrettable that we cannot do what? Well, that's unfortunate, extraordinarily. But we're gonna go ahead and end the turn, you know. You know that feeling when you just know things are working against you, but you have nothing in your power to fix it? Yeah, that's the feeling here. Again, we're just gonna go for the militia, because that is all we can do. Once we get look at this, already 4 units of militia up in Britain here. Once we get a few more, we're gonna go ahead and see what units are in Normandy, and we're just gonna go for the invasion of Normandy right off the bat. Toulouse is open here as well. What do they got for garrison? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7 units of armed citizens. So we'll definitely need a sizable militia army down here. Can we recruit another general? No, 3 more turns until we get a general in Bordeaux. And I think that's about it. We can't build anything. Infrastructure. 1 more turn for our infrastructure. That's fantastic. No trading yet, I imagine. Yeah, no trading yet. Once we get this trading port done, come on, click the stupid place, Brest. I want to click the Brest. Yeah. 1 more turn for the trading port. Fantastic. Let's go to it then. Hey? Well, hello. Vive le Roi and all that. We have built our college, our port, and our basic roads. So as you can see, this has made our income stabilize itself since we are building up armies. Can we go ahead and do the college upgrade right away? No, we don't want to do that. We want to recruit more militia. But thanks to this, what, systematic smallpox vaccine? +1 happiness, +2 wealth generated by all buildings, and +3 wealth generated by industrial buildings. About national debt, 5 extra gold per turn, town region wealth, -5 upkeep for all army, that's a good thing. Classical economics, what's that? Only +3. Workers' living conditions. See, this mod adds a whole slew of new technological things that you can research. And it gives you much more in-depth experience, definitely. And the public schooling, what's that? It's only 7 turns. +10 for the technology research rate. And spawns gentlemen. Active intelligence. No, not really for the spy stuff right now. Or... No, not really. Our economy is doing rather well. We don't want to go for the military technology stuff just yet. I think we're going to go for the public schooling first. get all that done. And yes, more call to arms for the militia, absolutely. Our trading port is made, and our little towns, they're coming along. And I do believe... No, we cannot do that. But we can trade now. That's definitely a plus side. I think we're going to want to try and get trade with Britain as soon as possible. Yes, they accept. Fantastic. Sardinia, Sicily, or Venice. Venice is friendly to us. Can we get trade and an alliance? No. How about just trade then? Satisfactory end. That's wonderful. That really is. Let's try Sardinia. Satisfactory end. Fantastic. Even more trade can be done. Let's try Sicily. How about you? You want to trade? Wonderful. So there we go. We are now trading with Sardinia, Britain, Sicily, and Venice. Some fantastic trade nations there. 2,936 on the wealth now. And we are an absolute monarchy, which means we can appoint the ministers we want. It looks like we got a 4-star guy down here. He's an agrarian, +1 to management, and -1 clamor for reform. That's great. I think... Anybody else have traits here? Oh, we got a jughead. Let's put the 4-star guy as our prime minister. And maybe... What are our posts? Okay. We can put jughead guy. No. No, I don't think. We'll keep it as we are. I think it's alright. Yeah. We're doing our militia? Yes. And when can we get that general down here? 2 turns, okay. So 2 turns till we can attack Toulouse. Get 2 more militia here, and then I think we'll go out and see what the French have at Normandy. We're going to go rename our general staff here and name it after the guy we are. So we got Claude Perrine Riquetti. So there we go. And as you can see, our militia have 240 soldiers per regiment here, which is another great thing about going for the militia spam early as Royalist France, because you can outnumber them. And right now, firepower is what we need. Since obviously our morale is rubbish. 3 morale. We got melee attack and melee defense both averaged at 4 each. So at least we can have some success fighting armed citizens in melee combat. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see how things pop out next. Well, that's unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. It seems a French spy from the Republic has sabotaged the vineyards. Huh? Hold on. It's not even damaged. What in the world? I do not understand what happened there. Well, no more dilly-dallying, eh? Let us use our general. Actually, yeah, the general has got more movement. Let's see. Ah, Normandy is open for the taking. So, what we will do... Ah, damn. We can't get in there. We need to wait some turns. More militia. Just bring out all the militia. It's extremely useful, especially at this point of the game. No, I think we'll do... Oh, we can do infrastructure, though. Do the one up in Brittany. 2,859 next turn. Our king guy doesn't have any advantageous traits. What do they got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They had 7 garrison units. Hopefully that should be enough. If not, we can always just add the more militia in as we go. Oh, what do we got here? Arthur Wellesley. Got the Duke of Wellington up there before he was the Duke of Wellington. Right, 716 gold. We're going to go ahead and pop into the next turn. Next turn we'll get our general in Bordeaux. That should be good. Right, so it's absolutely fantastic. The French have not bothered to recruit any militia or any units whatsoever in Normandy, so we'll just lay siege to it. But look at that, 280 men in each of their citizenry units. So we'll just continue to siege. We've constructed the barracks. Our recruitment's up. We have our general available. That's great. Gonna go ahead and bring these more militia troops up to our army. They've still not built up anything in Toulouse, so that's very promising for us. Go ahead and list our general. We got Guillaume de Villeneuve, so we're gonna name him here we go, so that when he's on the battlefield he actually appears as that. And you know the drill. More militia, boys. Look at that. Fantastic. Let's bring him down to Toulouse. And we'll have these cities going for double siege. Anything else? Can't do anything more diplomatically. No more trade to be done, unfortunately. Next turn we are going to focus on building up these cobbled roads in Bordeaux. I don't think we're going to be able to upgrade that farm just yet, though. So we'll have to wait a bit for that. Anyway, we are sieging Normandy. Probably 2 turns from now, maybe 3, they're going to attack us here. They're going to sally forth from their defense. 5 turns till they surrender, but we're going to go ahead and do a save, and I'll be right back. Right, so we have saved it just in case anything goes wrong, and I can just quickly fly it back to there. I do this often because, yeah, I know it's not extremely realistic, but when you're playing as the French Royalists, you have, I don't know, 10-cent soldiers in your armies, and let's say something like, I don't know, Revolutionary Guard or something, guard units, cavalry and artillery. That's the worst thing we can fight right now, artillery and cavalry. We can't do it. We cannot form square. There is no way we could be successful. So we just quickly load back to that as if nothing ever happened. So let's go to the next turn, and hopefully we're not going to be rushed by anything from Paris. But they don't seem to when I played this through last, but you never know. AI is odd. Very odd. Well, here we are next turn. We have a recruitment up, and unfortunately it looks like he's recruited a unit. Ah, it's only Fusiliers. That's good for me. I will siege you. And we'll bring our reinforcements down. And our reinforcements here. Fantastic stuff. Bring you up. But I think what we're gonna do is go for some Fusiliers of the line. Maybe not all down there. Maybe some more up here. No, that's militia. Don't want that. Yeah, we want to try and just get some Fusiliers in the lineup. Yeah, we should be alright there. It's this one I'm mildly worried about. But if we encircle him enough, it's going to be the end of him there. So we're going to go ahead. We've still got some time for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and end the turn. And then see what things happen next. I have a feeling he's going to attack us in Normandy, but you never know. Maybe even Toulouse. We'll find out. So we have thankfully been saved from the perils of war. And we can successfully bring these men down to Guillaume. We're still recruiting our Fusiliers. Just another unit up there. We're going to need to slowly start replacing our militia with more Fusilier regiments. Join him up here. That's fantastic, that little force there. Oh wow, look at that English. Look at that. That British army's pretty big. Don't want to mess with that. How much do you want to bet it's all militia too? The British like to do that. They put a lot of reliance on their fencible companies, the militia units of the Napoleonic era. I'm going to go ahead and save it again here before we pop into the next turn. Anything else we can do, actually? I don't think so. No. How's our research going? 3 more turns for public schooling, and then we'll get faster research after that, so that's great. And pop into the next turn. Here we go. Here we are, and I am really liking how this is working. We have our 3 proper line regiments, our Fusiliers of the line. They've been made, and can successfully assist our armies in the field, because he has not brought his defensive forces against us. So we can just bolster our armies and field some sort of equal force. But we are going to go for more Fusiliers. We need to do this. Again, we cannot do any building upgrades or road upgrades. But once we have secured these 2 towns we're sieging, Caen and Normandy and Toulouse, then we will be safe to start doing our infrastructure focus. Again, 2 more turns to our public schooling, which is going to help a lot. We're going to go ahead and end the turn here after I save it one more time, and then I'll see you in the next turn. Well, would you look at that? They have brought their force forward to engage us. We outnumber him severely. We have 3,576 in the army of Claude Perrin Riquetti. He's only got 1,878 under his, whatever, Giles de Beauharnais. Beauharnais? I think there was an R in there. Beauharnais. I don't know. We're going against Giles. And I got my Fusiliers, 2 units, which are drastically superior to any of his citizen mob. And look at that, we have an accuracy of 40, melee attack 6, melee defense 8, and morale of 6. His only have an accuracy of 25, melee attack of 3, and defense of 3, and only a morale of 2. Mind you, our militia are not much better, but we do have superior accuracy at 30. Our melee attack and defense are both 4, and a morale of 3, so we have 1 more morale tick than he does, and 1 more tick in our melee abilities. But we've come to the end of this episode, we come to the time here, so again, we do thank you for visiting Royalist France, and if you pop around to part 2, just in a day here, we're going to be fighting the Battle of Normandy. Not to be confused with the 1944 invasion of Normandy. No, not that. We're restoring justice to France by bringing the French monarchy back to the throne as its rightful rulers. I shall see you in the next part on the field of battle. Vive le Roi!
Marchons au feu sans effroi, vive le roi! Vive Dieu, vive Dieu, vive le roi!